Uh, Hello, everybody. I didn't want to have to do this, but psych. Austin's in the house. I'm not
here today. Yeah, that's right. It's the Austin show.
Dave Landau here. Sitting in for me is Austin Anderson because I am still in Detroit because I was in a car accident. Austin Anderson is the host. Yay!
Yay! It was Dave's first car accident sober.
Oh. That's actually 100% true.
I knew
it. The other dozen were well, they weren't all my no, they were. This one wasn't.
You can't try that.
And that's important.
That is very important. Hey, I'm also here at Quarterback Garrett and Angela.
Hi.
What's up, Angela?
Nothing. I didn't want to have to do this either.
You didn't? Why?
Work.
But you. Oh well, you
I'm
did
just kidding.
anyways.
It's fun here.
Hey, we have a great guest today, Matt Bechtel.
Hello, friends. I didn't want to have to do this, but I was going to say, nice job yesterday, Numbnuts. I asked you if you promoted our show, and you said yeah, and then I watched the show. You didn't even say the name of it. He didn't say Seeker Driven. Hello, friends. Austin and I have released a show called Seeker Driven, and we would love nothing more than for you to watch it on YouTube. Seeker Driven Pilot. Please look it up.
It's at austinanderson.net. It'll take you right there. And the reason why I don't have an excuse. My wife says that I just want to be pulled through life on a sled.
Yeah, you're one hell of a showman.
Yeah. Hit all the cues.
It's the best description I've ever heard.
Yeah, modern day P.T. Barnum. He really knows how to get the people going.
You're in Irving, Texas. You're in Irving, Texas. You could find a rickshaw.
Yeah, it's not far.
No.
Hey, Matt, you raised the bar on all of our guests because you brought us all gifts, bro. I wanted to bring that up. You brought me a Judge Dredd comic book. 3 of them. Not just 1, 3. So just word to everybody else that's going to be a guest.
Everybody should have me on the show. I'll bring you some. I'm really excited for Dave to open up his.
He's got to open it here so I can see it.
Yeah, I got him something that's a little bit rare. So
I'm excited to get back to Nebraska and never talk to you again.
Yeah.
Making me look bad.
Oh, our relationship's over before it even started.
Rocky.
Just like The Rock and Zach.
Yeah, well, I think there was a band called like Days of the New, and on their first tour, they had to break up because they kept punching each other on tour, and that's Austin and I on our trip to Dallas. Just he found out I gave you guys gifts, and
I tried to stop it.
Yeah.
Why do I keep finding these gifts in the trash can? Yeah, I just came in. He gave him your gift. I'm like, there's just Judge Dredd. I'm like, so before you open it.
Matt's name is marked out. Your name is written.
I'm gonna tell Dave what his gifts are right now too.
Yeah.
What is it? A musket and a pen to say goodbye?
With a feather.
I've known Austin for 15 years, and the only thing he's ever given me is a headache. Where's the slide whistle?
Yeah.
Thank you, Garrett. God.
Hey.
Swear to God, get the board fixed.
I know. Hold on.
No, it doesn't work.
Oh,
what I'm saying is that man had rights, damn it.
That's right. Yes. Watches the show, yes. Damn it.
Matt actually is a huge help on our show, secretly. Thank you, Matt.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a good man.
I didn't know that was public
Austin.
information.
I shouldn't tell people that.
Are you Crispin?
I'm bringing so many gifts next time I come, like Santa Claus.
Yeah, dude, you just look like Charles Manson. Like that's like bring a gift, dude. Help, do something.
Dude,
he looks like Johnny Wad right before he had to do gay porn.
Dude, I'm so close to having to do that.
Right at rock bottom.
It is a Lebowski Manson combo today, I think. Yeah.
Which I'm here for.
I like it.
I like it.
I love it.
I had to shower up. We filmed a great sketch today. Yes. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. The headache still a little bit. Yeah. We'll see. These guys got abused. Matt got a cut finger. I waterboarded your editor. Tetanus.
Yeah, you know you're filming a good sketch when the guy's like, well, I don't think it's deep enough for you to have to get a tetanus shot. So.
I don't think that's how that works.
Nah, it'll be all right.
Bryce goes, it's not deep enough for tetanus to grow. It's like, what? Is that how
Yeah, if you want to trust if you want to trust somebody's hygiene, go with Bryce.
Yeah, that's Bryce.
Spot on.
He knows.
He got us the Tropicana. Hotel.
Yeah. He got us the
shitty hotel you shot in.
He got us the soaked room.
Oh, so with what kind of liquids? Do you know?
The kind that come in your sack.
Okay. Bodily.
Juices.
First topic of the day.
Mostly tears.
Kanye is God. Austin.
Oh,
yeah.
Kanye just was on Big Boy. He did an interview. He released his new album, Vultures, where he's wearing a Jason mask with another woman with a big butt.
Okay.
And I always say, the bigger the butt, the bigger the dumps.
Ooh.
Don't you think?
I don't say that.
But anyway, so he hates Jesus now, and now he says that he is a god. So we can show the clip coming right from his mouth, and then we're going to excommunicate him from the church.
Because I'm God. And anyone who disagree, I'm the God of me, and you can't tell me who I am. I can't tell y'all. I could tell y'all. It's y'all job to listen. I'm the God of me. I don't know if I'm in heaven already and shit. I got number one. For all you know, I might be on like a fourth dimension version of the lifestyle. I don't know. Like I said, I must have died in this accident. It must be heaven.
So he looks more like a guy that sells concessions at a golf course in the hood. Doesn't he? Like he looks like an inner city golf course concession worker.
Like that's what you get when you walk up and you're like, "Hey, could I get the popcorn, please?" Like the kettle pop.
Did you know
He's like,
I am God.
Fourth dimension.
Like this concession stand is heaven.
Okay, well, you're not on a fourth dimension. You're supposed to give my kid that stuffed animal right there. So if you could hurry up and stop talking to us.
Only a man. Stuffed animal's like on another dimension. You don't even know. You don't even know.
Only a man who's never taken a dump in a porta potty would call himself a god. Like when you have to take a dump in a porta potty, it humbles you real quick.
Yeah, real humbling.
But he went on. He said Jesus is king, but now he's saying that he is God and Jesus. So on behalf of all Christians, you're excommunicated from the Church of Christ. This is going to be...
I also
you're
noticed
officially excommunicado.
Also, we talked about yesterday the use of bad boy and the constant terms, and I love that he's on Big Boy TV. Which is also it's also the name of a restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
And not only that, but
is the restaurant a front, like that pizza stuff?
No. It was like a popular. Look up the Big Boy.
The Big Boy with the Big Boy statue, and he's holding it. Yeah,
you know the Big Boy statue. Yeah. Is this his new programming?
But Big Boy isn't even a big boy. He looks like an AIDS boy.
That's true.
Who's Big Boy?
This is the guy that's real skinny.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know Big Boy. I just know the original Big Boy who gives you the burger that's the same as... There he is, that guy.
Yeah.
He's
talking about different.
We used to steal that statue every year.
It's more of a twink, I would say.
How did you, technically, how would you do that if one was to do that? It looks heavy. Is it not heavy?
No, the cops would unhook it and you were allowed to do it. The problem is 1 year they didn't give it back, so they weren't allowed to do it no more.
Oh,
blew it
anymore. That's sad. It doesn't even look fat anymore. That's how gross America is. Big Boy just looks like the regular guy.
Regular boy
look pretty good actually.
Yeah,
you're cutting down on the carbs.
He couldn't even be a mannequin at Target.
No, he's not nearly. Well, unless he was a woman.
He's not wearing a dress.
Yeah, they could call him. They should call it Fit Boy.
Yeah.
Give him.
Make it a whole movement.
9 years old.
There's muscles under this fat boy.
With what Kanye is saying, though, it's going to be interesting. I don't think that you can lose your salvation even when you do stupid stuff. And what he's saying is pretty stupid, heretical, obviously. But it's interesting because when he came out and he dropped that Christian album, I mean, it was a genuinely Christian really album. Good, yeah. It's a good album. He had a pastor that he was flying out. He didn't want people to cuss around him. He was doing Bible studies regularly. This pastor went on Apologia Studios, which is a church podcast that I like to listen to a lot. And they talked to him. And this pastor was like, I think that he's really serious. I never really thought that Kanye had was bipolar or whatever. I just thought like, oh, well, he's just, a creative person and he's just eccentric. But as time goes on, now I am starting to really think like, okay, there obviously are some brain issues here and it's sad. Yeah, they're like, we think he's really a Christian. And then he put his new wife in a trash bag with no clothes underneath and walked her through the rain.
I mean, that's got to be a kink thing, right? That's a kink thing.
There's nothing in the rule book against trash bag clothing for your wife.
So
the Bible.
Yeah, it doesn't say that in the Bible specifically.
I'm not sure.
It's in
if
Leviticus.
Yeah, it's certainly not respectful.
Yeah. Put on this trash bag. Yeah, it's really sad because like the people around him enable him.
I just think they're too afraid to say anything to him. And I think, I mean, just because he's doing this doesn't mean he wasn't, serious at one point. You know what I mean? I think we're going to be very surprised at who we see in heaven.
I think he just has mental health issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wish people would tell him and help him out.
Yeah,
there's still
I don't think it would make
enough
difference.
room to come back to the faith and get right with God, but there's also there's weird New Age pastors who call themselves Christians and they're really not, and it makes me wonder too if he's picked up any of that and if that's what he's just repeating. Well,
he
was
in
the
Hebrew.
He got into the Hebrew movement. Really, a little bit there. Black Hebrew movement.
Was it before the Nazi movement?
Right.
Was that before or after?
He's an artist. He likes to take a little bit of here, take a little bit of there,
experiencing
mix them
life
together.
on the fourth dimension.
Yeah,
it's hard being a black Nazi Jew like Kanye.
That is the name of his new album. But I also
it's a hard out year.
I also think. Am I the only one that thinks he might be God? So should I sit this one out?
Hey man, all opinions are welcome.
Dave's like, oh, that's the direction you guys were going?
Yeah. Dave's like, finally I know who to pray to.
What if you show up in heaven and it is Kanye?
Oof. Yeah, he's got golden.
Yo, I told y'all. I thought I told y'all. Y'all don't even listen. It was your job to listen.
Very surprising.
Your job to listen.
But he takes off the bear mask from the first album.
Yeah.
What up?
What up?
And just throws a clear trash bag at you. So we're all in trash bags and he's in his little bear costume.
This might be shocking to say, but I'll be honest. Kanye West is my favorite rapper. Like the song he quoted there was Touch the Sky. I must have died in the accident because this must be heaven. He's always been my favorite, but then this last album, I'm like, not too crazy about this one.
Not feeling it?
Yeah. So I just always he used to say,
very talented.
If you like Kanye West, you're a fan of himself because it was always kind of like self-esteem boosting things and, about being on the journey and things like that. And
he's taking self-esteem to God level.
Yeah, went a little bit too far on that.
Slow down.
No, you're right, though. That is what I've always loved about hip-hop is it is always about building somebody up. That's what people don't. I think a lot of people who don't get into it do not give it credit for that it really is about building confidence. Sometimes depending on the song, I mean, and obviously the content, it can get lost. But his music has always been about building himself up and building up confidence. And obviously, yes, it has obviously cracked his psyche.
Yeah, but how many people have gone out before they give a speech and they listen to "Give Me That Nut" by Eazy-E, just to psych themselves up and believe in themselves?
Just Donald Trump.
Give it.
But Kanye would talk about back when he was just producing. He would say that he would talk to rappers and be like, "You should talk about your fears or insecurities or stuff like that." And he said the rappers would be like, "No, man, I'm gonna talk about guns.
I don't want to be vulnerable." What is this?
I've heard him tell those stories before. So when he kind of came out and talked about different stuff, that wasn't being in a gang or whatever, it was a little bit different for that time.
He was talking about fashion. I've always had a passion for fashion.
Yeah.
Before I had it, I closed my eyes and imagined.
There we go. Bingo.
Of course I love Kanye West music, but
and movies.
Yeah.
He's the one artist. He's always
the ones with his girlfriend.
Always new stuff,
I guess nobody here's heard of 8 Mile.
Yeah.
Is he in that?
What? He's the star of that movie.
Guys, I don't think I don't think that his beard is real. I don't think Eminem's beard is real.
Dude,
I don't
it
either.
does not look like a G.I.
Joe
Joe fake beard. Back in the day, they had G.I. Joes where it had like the fuzzy beard on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, dude.
Or the one.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I used to draw them on my Barbies.
It looks fake, and it looks exactly like this beard that I saw in this video of this guy that was whipping this cow.
Look, that's old G.I. Joe beard right there.
Remember that song?
Or that magnetic toy? That magnetic toy you'd pull like...
Yeah, Wooly Willy.
Yeah, Wooly Willy.
He has a lyric about that too. He says,
honestly,
we'll
this might be an AI.
Weird.
It's hard to tell.
I don't think it's a real beard, guys. Have you seen him when he was younger?
Yeah.
He could
That's
not.
why he
couldn't grow anything.
No, he could grow it all. And it was, he had his hair yellow, and then he has that new album, Weird Beard.
Oh shit! He's trying to tell us.
Yeah.
He's trying to tell us. I don't.
There's no way. I think it's filled in.
Oh my God.
I don't like dark hair.
That's a double.
It needs to be frosted tips the
They
whole way.
do have beard clip-ins, like for your beard, but like
do they really
hair extension, but like beard extensions.
Say what?
That
He called himself a god.
They did it on America's Next Top Model.
Where would you find these things?
Yeah, he's the rap god, but he's also never came out and been like, I'm a
like
Christian.
a rap god. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if that's the real person.
What?
Sorry, I'm looking up.
What?
Sorry.
I'm looking stuff up.
I was just lost.
Just unconnected to anything we were talking about.
I don't know.
Invisible
I don't know
beard
what.
extensions.
Invisible beard.
I do know there are beard fill-ins. I do know that. I know that they can go in this area. My friend told me.
Okay.
Your friend, the makeup artist.
My friend Marshall.
I found your stash of mustaches, by the way. We were looking through the props, and then I'm like, this is Dave's stash. It was like hidden. It was in a chest.
Yes.
Yeah.
With a lock on it.
Well,
chest.
how am I supposed to go to the restaurants and not be recognized?
Constantly signing autographs.
Yeah, have you ever heard about how Slash supposedly just goes out on Halloween as himself?
No.
Oh, great costume.
Just like go out to Burger King and have a burger because people just think he's a dude dressed up as Slash. Dave does that on Halloween.
I do.
It's a great Dave Landau costume. Man.
Is that Dave
That's
Landau?
so good.
What a great costume.
Extra candy, man. Extra candy for you. Candy corn.
Today, honestly, I was going and looking at my car that was destroyed and emptying it out. And this guy goes, Dave Landau, wow. And everyone around him was like, who?
Do you ever get the guys that are like around when that happens and they go, oh, yeah. And then they go up to talk to you too, but they have no idea who you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the guys next to him was being cordial and the other three just left the conversation. And I was like, this is great. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks, man.
He's like, I remember you from. I'm like, I know what you remember me from. Just let me get my stuff.
It's the Camilla show.
Remember when we were in Austin and those people recognized you, and then you looked at me and you're like, "Go get me my mustaches." You were just so tired of being bum rushed.
That was nice though, because everybody there's actually famous, and then there was somebody outside crying because it was me, and I was like, "Are you?" I'm like, "Oh, me?" Because there's famous people inside. Okay.
He said, get my mustache and like little eyepiece and a top hat.
And the fake nose.
He's going old-timey.
I always go
as eyes, like weird.
Monopoly Dave everywhere I go.
Monopoly Dave.
Austin, it's Monopoly time.
Grab me my cane. And then I walk around and I'm like, where's Boardwalk? I just ask everybody.
Boardwalk.
I see you doing this face a lot too.
Monocle. Carrying around bags of money.
I'll
gold
park
coins.
I'll park terribly, and if there's no ticket, I'll be like, guess this is my get out of jail free card.
I thought this was free parking. Jesus.
Yours was better. I forgot
when you got in your car accident, you got out. You're like, I guess I didn't pass go.
Dude, there's a retired cop from Omaha. He wrote a book called Busting Bad Guys, and his business card on the back of it says "Get out of jail free." So could you just imagine assaulting an officer and then being like,
That's where he messed up. It shouldn't be busting bad guys. It should have been called busting bad boys.
yeah.
He's just laying. He's just laying on the side of the road, bleeding out with a book shoved in his ass. The other cops are like, well, I mean, Donnie, they used the ticket.
Look at it.
Yeah, I mean,
get it in his ass.
What am I supposed to do?
I mean, they left it where we could find it.
He's like, the guy's just, I regret making this hard back.
He's getting kicked on the ground. Someone's like, give me the book. Where's the book at? Shove the book up his ass.
It's only available in Kindle and a hardcover.
Yeah, they're like, put the Kindle in his ass.
Get the iPad.
Is it charged? Is it charged?
Wait, do you have the book pulled up? You got to make sure it's pulled up before they put it in his ass.
And then make sure it's a fully charged battery, guys. I don't know when they're going to find them.
You never know.
They're trying to send a message. I don't know. The iPad died.
Yeah. Damn.
Oh, can you wipe it off and charge it? Ah, shit.
Dang it, it's too late.
It's because you wrote Busting Bad Boys.
Yeah.
Clear the internet history on there. Hey, did you know this? You can study Weird Al in university now?
No.
This is a thing.
At the Vermont State University.
You can study Weird Al Yankovic's discography. Is it like a music class or is it just philosophy?
Yeah,
because
it's called Weird Al and His Polkas. It's taught by Brian Warwick, who's a longtime fan and Grammy Award-winning engineer who worked on his last 2 albums, and it's going to be focused on analyzing Weird Al's music production as well as some discussion of his decades-long success as an artist.
So philosophy.
My initial reaction to this story was like, stop sending your kids to college. And then I started thinking about it, and I was like, actually, this is kind of exciting because if they're teaching this, there's a less likely chance that they're teaching your kid to be a communist and hate America and to kill and destroy.
I bet they read communism into his lyrics.
Yeah. Let's interpret.
Sweet.
That's that would be kind of psychotic because you're taking a song that's already a parody and then you're reworking it to be another parody.
It's about capitalism.
Well, maybe this is a sign that we really are going to idiocracy. Like if this is now what we're studying, Weird Al.
Weird Al is actually really musically talented.
I love Weird Al.
If it's a music class, I totally understand it. Like trying to decipher like how he parodies songs and how he writes the polka songs because they're actually really well done. But
I had a boombox that had batteries in it, and I would play "I'm Fat" by Weird Al, and then walk to my neighbor's doors and just play it for them because I thought it was that funny. I was like 9. I was like, everybody just hold up a boombox,
like say anything. With
just, and it's like, "I'm fat."
You guys heard that new Weird Al?
Yeah, that was me. And then I was like a chubby little kid too. I probably had like a fudge sickle.
You're like, that's me.
Yeah. I used to carry around the same thing, and I'd walk crying out of a dorm.
Yeah, like I said, I think we should just be happy that they're not teaching college kids satanic values, that they'll immediately leave college and then go into your company and destroy it from within systematically over time.
Now they might just take
Hawaiian
shirts.
It's at least capitalist, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a capitalist thing, how to make money, it's something fun. Like, I would have actually gotten an A. I got an A in film.
Instant.
Now, hold on. We say all this, but then we go and it's like first day of class. They're like, of course, it's another white man making money off of someone else's creation.
Curly hair, stealing the hair texture.
You guys remember Right and Nerdy, right? Well, African American wrote that first. So once again, the white man steals. And we're like, damn it. We thought this was free of this.
Yeah. And then they'll play that clip of Coolio's pissed at him when he's waxing his Grammy. And he's like, shit, I didn't listen to that. Burning butter.
I was just going to say Coolio's the teacher. He's just walking up.
Just talking shit the whole time.
He's a bitch. They're like, whoa.
Dang,
is Coolio still alive? I saw him a few years ago.
He died in Vanilla Ice's arms.
Is that true? Drive-by?
No, they worked together right before
that Val.
No,
fentanyl.
Yeah,
probably.
it sucks because it kind of messed up his career because he took it way too seriously.
Yeah.
It was like when Eminem got pissed off at Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. What? Was it really fentanyl?
Yeah. It was fentanyl, heroin, and methamphetamine.
Oh.
Wait, he is dead?
Oh, yeah, he died in a bathroom.
September 2022.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I saw him in like 21 or 2019 maybe. And
so you were the last of us to see him.
I walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
Yeah.
If you're famous, like you have a 99% chance of dying in a bathroom or in a bathtub in a bathroom. Those are your 2 options.
Mm-hmm. True.
Or
I think it's got to
be with a belt. That's also another one that happens quite frequently.
It's got to be tough, though, for Weird Al when doing that song because Gangster's Paradise itself, which, he did do Amish Paradise, but Gangster's Paradise itself has Michelle Pfeiffer doing karate for an inner city class in the video.
Because it was for a movie.
Oh, dude, that's so good. She's so frail and white. She's transparent.
Well, and everybody hates her, and then she's like, hold on, everybody. I'm wearing a leather jacket, and I'll do a karate kick. And they're like, whoa. This bitch is great.
And then she's like, I'm also a cat.
I think you're confusing.
We're getting 2 movies mixed up here, brother.
Oh, she's not a cat in that one?
No.
Yeah, and then remember she's in Grease 2. That's that movie, right?
You're the only person I know who's ever seen that movie, Dave.
She's married to a mob boss. Grease 2? Yeah, probably.
That is also a different, I think.
Dude, the hardest
married to the mob?
The hardest I've ever laughed in my life was when I was in my 20s, and I took a couple bong rips with a buddy, and when Teen Wolf 2 came on. I don't know if you've seen Teen Wolf 2.
I certainly have.
But it's Teen Wolf 2, like, as well. Like,
he's a
T-O-O.
Yeah.
He's a man that turns into a wolf that is a boxer. And he turns into a wolf in the middle of a boxing match, and the ref's just looking back and forth, and he's like, keep fighting. And then this wolf just beats the piss out of him.
There's no rules about it.
I've never laughed that hard in my life.
Like, he instantaneously accepts the reality that there are wolf people.
Yeah.
And then he's like, let the wolf
fight,
beat
dumbass.
the piss out
You
of
gotta
him.
finish the fight.
Well, then they gotta let trans people in. Then if you're gonna let wolves,
If you're gonna let wolves, that's completely unfair.
Yeah, it was. I guess he wasn't even a wolf. He probably just turned into a really hairy, non-binary person.
Well, Dave knows a wolf. I mean, Dave's been in this position before.
Yeah, he's
I have.
Yeah.
I was attacked by a werewolf in a mental hospital, and look, wolves have been around since the 80s, my friend.
They do exist.
Ever since. That was when Michael J. Fox played the wolf, and everybody was fine with that because they have that weird scene where, like, he's stuck in the bathroom, and it's almost like the dad catching you playing with yourself scene, but he opens up the door, and they're both wolves.
they're both wolves.
What's my favorite?
I am also a wolf.
He's like,
Natural. It's all natural.
I was
my
hoping
favorite
that it'd
part
skip
of
you, son.
Yeah, but it didn't. He's also playing with himself. Well, my favorite part of that.
Put your red rocket away. It's like the nastiest wiener. Yeah, it's a human wiener, but it looks like a dog.
Yeah, it's like really
It's completely infected. No, but they.
It's like this
what
is
I
how you
love
clean
about
it,
that
son.
movie, though, is like van surfing did become a thing, and people were injured in van surfing accidents because of that movie.
What's up with
bring
Michael
that
J.
back.
Fox and doing dangerous stuff with vehicles too? He was sketching with the skateboard on the back of the.
I've always asked that.
Michael J. What's going on,
you
man?
asked that a lot.
Yeah, I'm always
You're right.
Before the
I'm constantly going, why is Michael J. Fox always on vans?
I love him, but I think karma.
Oh,
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, people think that time travel doesn't have effects, but we know it does.
What that was? You go back to night. Look, the more you go back, I'm
The
telling
more
you.
it affects your DNA.
Look, just like,
It's like the
The three
flies
times he would have
slowly
been fined if he didn't go back to the Old West.
yeah, like
One time too many. One
by
time too
part
many.
7, they're just like, look, let the picture fade away, because you are.
He went back, but at what cost?
The picture comes back when he's just in a wheelchair. Oh, God. It's like, burn it.
And he's like, I got to go back and make myself not go back so I don't have to.
Yeah.
We have to go back, Marty.
Meanwhile, Christopher Lloyd has looked old since Taxi, which was on in
In the fucking 70s.
That's so true.
No, and I Michael J. Fox was my favorite actor as a kid,
Oh,
too.
Great.
Yeah, dude. I love
It was.
Teen
See
Wolf.
The Frighteners? Did you ever watch
Dude,
The
I
Frighteners?
loved it. Peter
I
Jackson.
love that movie.
Yeah.
The movie is so good. It's underrated. I feel like nobody talks about
Dude,
it.
that's probably my favorite. I don't even like horror movies, but that would be like my
You just
top
offended
3.
Angela.
I know.
Yeah.
But the ones I do, like I like the Friday the 13th, Halloween, and
The
I like the
classics.
Frighteners.
yeah.
And that's when Jake Busey plays Starkweather,
Yes.
Charlie Starkweather.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the best villains in a movie. He's just so scary. And then the back in time segments where he sees the past, like
Yeah.
top notch.
I gotta watch that again because when his character came on, I get lost in his teeth.
Yeah.
I'm like, he got his dad's teeth.
Yes.
He did.
I was watching
He also
Starship Troopers. Same
career.
thing.
He got his career.
It kind of went well for a minute, and then Jake's very honest about how it's not.
Yeah.
I'm just
I know
thinking
the
about
feeling.
how Austin's saying he doesn't like horror movies, but he looks like he's going to star in season 3 of Mindhunter as Charles Manson.
Yeah, he's definitely.
You're going to sit on the back of the
He's
chair
trying
like
to distract
he does,
people. Like, I don't like scary movies.
Yeah, he's on the platform.
I am the
Look at
scary
that.
movie.
Live it.
Yeah, you are one Kanye forehead symbol away from being the man himself.
Hey, Bruce Springsteen. There's a movie coming out about the development of Nebraska. You heard we were wearing a shirt Nebraska. You're from Nebraska.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does anybody in Nebraska, have you ever heard anybody actually give a shit about Bruce Springsteen?
No, I've never even heard anyone talk about that album in Nebraska in my life.
Now, I've always kind of erred on the side of thinking Bruce Springsteen is a huge douche, but I will tell you guys a story that I think you might find interesting. I was at the Motley Crue's show when they were in Omaha, and I was waiting outside the hotel, as one does, to try to see Nikki and Tommy. And I was talking to the dude who drives people, and I was like, who's the coolest guy that you've ever drove for? And he's like, Bruce Springsteen. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah. And he goes, my granddaughter was born while I was driving him. And he's like, I was so excited. I was like, hey, my daughter just had a baby. You know, my granddaughter's born. And so he plays me this like long message that Bruce took on his phone of him saying like, you know, congratulations, all this stuff, really sweet and nice. But he's like, he got my phone number and he texts me like once a month, says, how's my granddaughter doing? Because he jokes that it's his because he was with, you know, the dude when she was born. And he's like, he buys her gifts and he bought her stock in Disney. He's liberal, but he bought this girl like stock, buys her gifts, all this stuff. So I was like, crazy. Okay, well, I better not say anything bad about
really
that.
Nice.
Yeah, that is really nice. But then if you look at his song, I'm on Fire, he goes, hey, little girl, is your daddy home? Did he go and leave you all alone? I got bad desires.
Playing the long game.
I'm on fire. I mean, it's no Benny Mardonius, but it's pretty bad. And then he grabs what's her name from the crowd, Courtney Cox in the video.
Yeah. In the video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have you never seen the video?
No, I've never seen the video.
No, I avoid Springsteen.
Courtney Cox is in the crowd and he's singing and he brings her up on stage and they dance together. And then years later, her face is ruined with Botox.
I watched the recent Scream movie. It's pretty bad.
At least she came out.
The movie's bad, but her face specifically.
She's the only celebrity that came out though and said, "I've made a terrible mistake."
Like,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I wonder because there's two recent ones, and the one that came out in 2022, her face isn't as bad. It's like she had some work done, but it wasn't quite as much. And then maybe after that, she was like, "Oh, maybe I need to get more because I'm in movies again."
Right. If they make an Ace Ventura 3, she'll just be a taxidermied head.
I didn't mind that last Scream movie, and I'll be honest, you know what else I didn't mind? The new Roadhouse movie, and that's getting a lot of hate online.
I haven't seen it.
Is it?
I have not seen it.
Oh, dude, that is Courtney, and she looks like a little boy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there was the
hair.
80s, and he is, and they're wearing similar clothes.
Dang.
Well, women liked his ass. We all know why. Take a gander. And she comes up on stage,
he knows how to treat you right for sure.
Dance together. He does. I mean, come on, he's on fire.
Yeah, did you see those moves? Ooh.
Yeah, those hips.
They
don't lie. They don't lie before Shakira, you know?
Look at that.
Same outfit. Everybody's wearing the same outfit.
He'll make you feel good.
That's a little. That's not Courtney Cox. That is a small boy.
He was a
that's a 12-year-old boy.
That's Peter Pan, dude.
Yeah, never grows
say,
up.
Look, I know he's a little knobby. I'll say my opinion. He's a little liberal knobby, but I did see him live twice. Once in an arena with Steve Van Zandt, which was pretty fun because I like Steve Van Zandt in The Sopranos. And it was fun because, you know, he's whacking people and has a pompadour. So it was just fun to watch him play guitar because he looks like he's wearing a costume in real life as opposed to on the show. And then I saw him he was on Broadway and we got last minute tickets, me and Derek Richards, because you could get them for nothing. Living in New York, so it was like 500-seat theater, and it was actually really entertaining. And when he walked out, he was like super nice and saying hi to everybody. So I don't really dislike him. And he actually said on stage, he goes, "Just so everybody knows, I'm a fraud. These are all my dad's stories. He came from nothing. I just stole them and wrote them into an act because I've been doing this since I was 17 and famous since I was 20." So it's like he doesn't really hide from the fact that he's always been famous. So I you know, he got a DUI in a Jeep, so he's all right.
He is cool.
In my book, it's cool.
We finally get to the real reason why Dave likes him.
That's what
I don't dislike him. You know, I don't want to lie.
But didn't he say that he wasn't going to play it in like Georgia or whatever because of like voter ID or something?
I don't know.
Voter ID or abortion or something like that.
Yeah, something where he's like, I'm not going to play there anymore.
At least he's not
regardless
like that.
of that. I'm sure he's retarded, but I just don't like his music. His music music is trash.
I can't understand him.
I don't agree, but yeah, when I just don't listen to the politics of any of them. I mean, Green Day says terrible stuff, and I'm like, yeah, but you're terrible.
Yeah, but
so
Dookie was
it
great.
Matches.
I like Dookie.
Dookie's mediocre.
That's the best. That's their best album. That's Dookie. It only goes on from there.
The one before is a little better. That's their first studio album. That's okay. And yes, you're right. It does go down from there because there's nowhere to go.
I think if you really like the artist, you can ignore their political stuff. But if you don't like the artist and then they say something you don't agree with politically, then it's game on. It's like, oh,
well, yeah. I didn't even
coming off. You know?
I never even understood the politics in Bruce Springsteen's song because like all I heard was like, I didn't know, and I was like, this is cool, man. This is about America and freedom.
And he's wearing those like American flag pants or jackets or whatever, flagging.
Growing up doing martial arts, my instructor always played Bruce Springsteen, so it
incites
that
rage
was the end
in
of
you.
that story. To be honest, I'm sorry.
So he just wanted to put in that he's like, I am a
stories.
black belt.
I just wanted you guys to know that I've heard Bruce Springsteen's music. That's
why
all.
you guys know that I can do karate.
Yeah. Just so you know, I may or may not have been molested. To, hey, little girl, is your daddy home?
I just start breaking down, and you guys have to cut it.
You're like, born in the USA. And you're like, I tapped out 10 minutes ago.
You can dismount.
Please stop.
Yeah,
Matt. Speaking of dismounting and the government, you were a representative of some sort. What was that?
Yeah, it was Alex Stein was the most excited I've ever seen someone get to find this out when I was talking to him. I ran for city council in Fremont, Nebraska when I was 19. I lost by less than 50 votes, which kind of surprised everybody, I think. And then when I ran again when I was 22, I got elected. And I had a 4-year term, and I just didn't run again, and my term ended in 2020.
What do you do, city council person? Because I assume nothing.
Yeah, I mean, the origin story of it, I always feel like kind of corny telling people, but it's just the truth.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that guy.
Dude, you I love that picture. You look
Dirty blonde hair.
You look like Harvey Dent as a 19-year-old.
I thought you were going to say
looks
Harvey
like
Milk.
Open change.
It looks like it'd be in front of a casket after a school shooting.
Now I just look like that same guy, but who got introduced to pot. So
This stuff is so bad, actually.
yeah, like you saw that picture and you're like, that guy, he's gonna do a lot of things. Then you see me now, and you're like, oh shit!
Yeah.
Don't let him sit at the kids' table.
Works at
The
Walmart.
one commercial where they find the weed, but then also find a gun, but somehow it's an anti-pot commercial.
Yeah, I overdosed on weed. No, so the truth of the matter was I pretty much throughout high school, my life ambition was to basically just be a member of Motley Crue. I just wanted to be in a band. And then when I was 18, I became a born-again Christian, basically. I got baptized. And I wanted to do something of service. I was on a volunteer fire department, but that was never my thing. I only joined because my best friend did.
And then you lit bodies on fire.
And I was the worst firefighter ever. Like, I think the only reason they...
So you got a job at a cremation plant instead.
Yeah. But, like, I'm pretty sure... They only
that
kept
true?
me on
I
'cause
wanna
they thought
work
I was
with
funny.
fire.
Wait, is that true? The cremation?
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I worked at a cremation place.
Did you work at one, or did it just become part of
Or
your
did you
job? where you're like,
volunteer?
hey,
Oh, sorry, guys. Let me
Like-
rephrase that. I've been around bodies that were cremated.
Okay.
In a field.
you just brought urns with you because you weren't good with poles.
Yeah. But yeah, so
that's-
I wanted to do something to kind of give back, and there was a need in my community, and I had started going to city council meetings just because my boss at the time was like, you should go. And so I went and thought it was kind of interesting. People thought I was well-spoken. I kind of popped into this meeting and started talking publicly, and they're like, you should run for city council. It felt good. It felt like right on my heart. So I did it. That's how. Now, how I won, no mystery there, man. I just went door to door to like 1,000 houses, and I just gave people a piece of paper and would talk to them. I got attacked by a pit bull once. Then I got...
Dave knows a lot about that.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
he
have been
does.
attacked by a pit bull. The rapper.
Yeah. Me too. He attacked me on the campaign trail. But yeah, one of the funniest things that ever happened when I was campaigning was there was this house that my grandpa used to live at, and I had a lot of early memories there as a kid. So the first time I campaigned, knocked on the door, nobody answered. Second campaign, someone finally opens the door, and I was so excited. So I just started telling this lady how so many of my early memories are there. You know, my grandpa passed away. He never got to see me run for city council. I think he'd have been super proud. I'm just pouring my heart out, telling her the story. And then when I'm done, she looks at me and she goes, "Me no speak English." I was like, "Oh, okay."
You could have told me that in the beginning.
Yeah, but one of the wild things too, right before I got off city council, I voted against a mask mandate, and then the next week I got COVID, and then I had to miss my last, a meeting as a city councilman because I had COVID, and I was like, man,
does not look good.
It's ironic. Yeah.
Well, I got it twice.
Oh yeah.
It was different both times. Yeah, it just felt different. It has like a weird.
Yeah, a friend of mine recently gave me COVID while we were shooting a show called Seeker Driven, which is on YouTube.
AustinAnderson.com.
Yeah, the parts of me when I'm wearing a blue shirt, I didn't know I had COVID in 103-degree temperature. And then so I was so cold, I took a shower at this building we were filming at, and then I didn't have a towel. I had to just get hot water, and I grabbed one of Matt's shirts and I dried off with this shirt.
He comes back and
COVID all over it.
Yeah, he comes back with it. He goes, "I had to use your shirt as a towel. I'm sorry, I didn't use it on my balls." I'm thinking like, what? You probably did, but
I know you're lying.
Yeah,
I really did, and I used.
So in that scene, you can watch Austin with COVID giving it to me. So
in real time.
Yeah, in real time.
Well, and it's Matt, and not to blow smoke, but Matt, you're one of the most well-read and intellectual people I know. Honestly, you are. You wear American clothes. You put your money where your mouth is, and I really think that people should listen to you and follow you because honestly, anytime I want to read a book, any advice, any I kind of go to you because you really are just a very well-rounded human being who always has your finger on the pulse of a lot of stuff. You really do, and I love your takes on stuff, and just you have a really good grasp on what's going on in the world, and it really is appreciated. And you also have Austin on your show.
Yeah. Well,
and I also second everything that Dave said.
Well, I really appreciate you saying that. Well, both of you guys saying that. Dave, do you remember when first time I met you in the green room? I was just being quiet because I'm such a big fan of you that I didn't want to weird you out by being like, "I've seen all your specials and I think you're the funniest person alive." So when we filmed when we filmed that podcast and I just started the episode with that, and you were looking at me and you're like, "I didn't even think you liked me. I just thought you were some chill dude who was friends with Austin."
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's you're great, man, and I mean the show that you guys put on is great, and I just wanted to continue to snowball, and that's why I think you have such an interesting story. And I'm sorry that Austin gave you COVID. I don't know what he has. I don't know what he has right now.
They're still doing tests. They say it's a new thing that they haven't come across.
That's
before.
the real gift you brought.
It's probably P. Diddy's herpes strain.
It's a strong strain.
It's a fine.
It's a strong strain, man.
Yeah.
The herp ditties.
The herp ditties.
Dude, it's been great to have you on. Other than the place that you could find on AustinAnderson.net.
That will take you to me and his, both our page, our pilot Seeker Driven, and then also our podcast Toolshed Art Club.
All right. Dave, where can people find your stuff?
This weekend, you can catch me at TIFF's in New Jersey, Friday and Saturday at the Comedy Dojo. Sam Tripoli is one of the people that run it. And then also on Sunday, Easter Sunday, Nashville, Tennessee, you can see me. I also have dates. Pull that back up for me real quick, please. Pull it up. Or don't. Okay. Muskegon, Michigan, April 5th. I'm going to be with Derek Richards. Canton, Michigan, April 6th. Twin Falls, Idaho, April 13th. Come on, Idaho. You don't have anything to do. You're Idaho.
Idaho.
And then I got Tacoma, Washington, Spokane, Washington, Chandler, Arizona, and also Austin and I are going to be together at the Omaha Funny Bone in July.
Oh, yeah, baby. Look forward to it every year.
Yeah.
Hey, last week we were graced by the presence of Akira the Don, and he recorded a little ditty for us.
Oh, before we get to that,
yeah,
there was a comment that was left based on the funerals that did win.
Yeah.
I think this one wins.
Let's do it.
And it is from Alexander Hofton 8926. For my funeral, announce that there are confetti poppers under the seats and one random one will pop a different color, giving that person $10,000 in my will. Have them pop on a count of 3, 2, 1, boom. They spray my ashes all over themselves and each other. Bonus, Dust in the Wind by Kansas starts playing.
Oh, that's too good.
That's pretty good.
That's well played. I like
Well
it.
played.
That's class. It's classy too.
Yeah, it is.
classy.
You spray them with yourself and then you give them money.
So thanks, Alex.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Back
Thank
to
you, Alex.
Akira.
All right,
Rules
Akira the
I live
Don.
by.
See you guys tomorrow after this.
Thank you to my ghostwriter, Marcus Aurelius. Body, soul, mind, to the body, their own sensations, to the soul, appetites, and to the mind, reason. To experience sensations, even grazing beasts do that. To let your desires control you, even wild animals do that. And rotting humans and tyrants from Phalaris to Nero. To make your mind your guide to what seems best is common unto all. Even people who deny the gods do that. Even people who betray their countries, they all do that. Then do their impure deeds when they shut the doors. If that's the case, what quality does not in common then with yours? What is unique to the good man? To be easily tended what happens? Whatever is sent by fate and not defiled with divinity within it. But unless it falls, beliefs instead preserve it faithfully, following obediently as a God. Uttering no words contrary to truth, and doing nothing contrary to justice. Uttering no words contrary to truth, and doing nothing contrary to justice. Body, soul, mind, to the body belong sensations, to the soul appetites, and to the mind, reason. And if all others disbelieve this life lived with simplicity, humility, and cheerfully, he'll not present them for it, nor be diverted from his path, which leads to the end of his life, to which a man ought to come pure and peaceful.